Hi, I'm Slavik with iDrinkCoffee.com. Today I'm presenting the HeyCafe Buddy Espresso Grinder. The Buddy is a low to medium volume commercial espresso grinder. It is designed to offer tremendous value. This grinder has a lot of features for a very good price. It's got 64mm hardened steel burrs, which are actually made in Germany. HeyCafe is part of the Hemro Group, which also owns Malconic, Anfam, and Ditting, in addition to HeyCafe. It has a 3.5-inch touchscreen color display. It's very easy to use. It's got a 1.5 kilogram hopper, and we think that the Buddy can make a great addition to your cafe or restaurant or coffee business. To demonstrate the Buddy, I'm going to discuss its features. I'm going to show you some of the programming and how to use this grinder, and I'm also going to pull some shots so you can see it in action. The Buddy is available in two different colors. The black is more of a matte finish, whereas the white is a shinier, more glossy finish, so you have the choice between those two colors. The hopper up here is 1.5 kilograms, which is fairly large. That's more than 3 pounds. You can fit quite a bit of coffee in there, and it does have kind of this sliding door to close the chute. If you want to remove the hopper and change your coffee, you do have the ability to do that. Underneath the hopper, we have where we adjust our grind size. And in order to go finer, we turn it counterclockwise, and to go coarser, we turn it clockwise. It's a stiff collar, and it does have stepless grind adjustment. So there's an unlimited amount of adjustment. You can really fine tune your grind. Below that, of course, we have the touchscreen interface. It's very simple to use. You have 3 different options for your sizes. You have a single dose, which is programmable by time. You have continuous dosing, which if you want to do manual dosing. And then, of course, you have your double dose, and you can program each one of those. So below that, we have the chute, and this is where the coffee comes out of. It's actually quite well designed. Coffee comes down right into the portafilter, and I'll show you that once I'm grinding. I really love the fork design on the Buddy. It's super easy to use, super easy to adjust to your portafilter height. You just undo these thumb screws, and I'm just going to pull them out, and then we can adjust this to our portafilter height. You can go either up or down like that, or I can lift it. You know, it's quite easy to adjust, and you would do that based on your portafilter. I'm just going to leave it where it was. But it's very simple. There's no tools required because of these handy thumb screws. Below that, we have the grounds tray. This is where your stray grounds go. Of course, it's removable. You can throw that in the garbage. Quite simple to use. On the screen is where we adjust our dose, and it's very simple to do. If I want to change the single dose, I press the single button. It's set to 3.5 seconds right now. I just hold that down for a moment, and this menu comes up, and of course, we just adjust up by 1/10 of a second. So it was at 3.5. I'm going to lower it down to 3, and then I press the back button, and it will be saved. Super, super simple. When you press the gear button, you have a couple of options. It's fairly simple. You can change the language, the date on the machine, the temperature readout, whether you want it in Celsius or Fahrenheit. There's a counter that counts how many shots the grinder has done. There's a sleep function, and that's just to turn the screen off. After how long the screen turns off, I have it set to 10 minutes. You can set 10, 30, or 60 minutes, whatever you want. But to turn it back on, you can see this black one is off now. You just press the screen anywhere, and it turns back on, so it's super simple. Also on the screen, a cool feature, you have, of course, the date and the time, but it has a readout of the ambient temperature and also the relative humidity, which will change throughout the day, and you may need to adjust your grind as the humidity rises. You typically have to grind a little bit coarser, or as it gets drier, you have to grind a little finer. So now I'll demonstrate the Buddy in action, and I'm going to be using this white one because I have it set up. I'm going to press the double shot button. And I have it set to 6 seconds, and this is set to give me about 19 grams of coffee. So the grinding is also quite fast. A grind time of 6 seconds for 19 grams is fairly quick for sure. The way we activate the grinder is by pressing the trigger behind the forks. And one cool feature that the Buddy has is I can stop midway through, kind of settle my grinds, and press it again to finish the grind. That's quite neat, actually. And the grind quality is also fantastic. It's a beautiful, fluffy grind, really visually appealing, fantastic. Alongside the Buddy, I'm using a La Marzocco GS3 AV that's been customized by our tech team. It's a beautiful looking machine. So we're getting a really nice extraction. It might be a little bit on the fast side, so maybe I'd want to go a little bit finer, but I actually think it's not too bad. I'll just stop it there. This is a 25-second extraction, and I think it's looking quite good. So now what I would like to do is to test the dosing consistency of the grinder. I'm using this HeyCafe branded dosing cup. This does not come with the grinder, but it is available as an optional accessory. I'm going to be grinding into this cup and checking how much coffee it grinds in the 6-second period. It's tiered, so it's 0.0. When I remove this, it will be the weight of the cup. When I put it back, you see it goes back to 0.0. I have the grinder set to 6 seconds, and I want to weigh the output. And we're going to see how consistent it is from dose to dose. 18.6 grams is the first dose. The second is 18.7 grams. Third dose, I have 18.9 grams. The fourth dose, I have 19 grams. And on the fifth dose, I have 19 grams again. So we've had a variance of about half a gram, which is actually quite small. Half a gram is not something you're going to easily notice in the cup, but you can see the grinder is fairly consistent dose to dose. It's really quite good. Cool. Half a gram is okay. That's okay. So as we saw, the HeyCafe is really an impressive grinder, especially when you consider the price that it sells for. The value on this is really just off the charts. Aside from that great value, what really pleases me about the Buddy is that grind quality. It really has a fluffy grind, looks great, and it produces a good tasting shot. For a very reasonable price, you get 64mm German-made burrs, 1.5 kilogram hopper, that 3.5-inch touchscreen display that's very simple to use, very intuitive, and the grind quality really is very impressive. It's a very fluffy grind and produces a great tasting cup. I also really like the aesthetics of this grinder. I think it's a good looking grinder as well. If you have any questions about the HeyCafe Buddy or any one of our products, please feel free to reach out to idrinkcoffee.com. We're here to help. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this about coffee grinders, about coffee machines, espresso machines, everything to do with coffee. Thanks for watching and have a great day.